Hey everybody, Jason here. I'm 53 years old and I have stage 4 prostate cancer that's metastasized to my spine. And on this channel we talk about it. This isn't a whole episode, this is just it's Sunday morning and I wanted to get something out there and just talk about how my last week went. So this is kind of an update. Yeah, not a full blown episode, nothing fancy. Yesterday I went to a rocket launch. We'll start with the good. I've been working on this thing. This is a high power rocket, so it's got I don't know, if you do rockets you'll know the difference between bottle rockets and high power rockets, but this thing's pretty cool. You have to use resin, you have to use these tough hardware, and this is all going to be fiberglass. And it's a minimum diameter rocket, takes a 38 millimeter motor. So this is the motor casing. So if you're used to those little Estes kits, yeah, this is a little bit bigger. But anyway, I went to a rocket launch for the first time yesterday, local club, and it's good. You have to do stuff like that once in a while. I have to do stuff. Meet new friends, meet new people, get out of the house, and work on a hobby. It's important, vitally important. Because I'll tell you, my mood's not been great. I know I did that driving home like a madman video and talked about bad. It's been like a whole more than a week of that, and yeah, sometimes it gets tough. This stuff wears on you. It really does. It really wears on you, and the longer it goes. And what I've noticed is I didn't slip. I had a little bit of a fall off on my exercise routine, and as soon as I did, my mood tanked. And when your mood tanks, it's tough to get back into that, to drive yourself to get back into a routine that was working. And the exercise, this really is a validation that the exercise helps. If you're not up and exercising, then you're right where I'm at right now, and I know exactly how you feel. And I can also tell you that the exercise helps. And it doesn't have to be crazy. You have to get up and walk, and then you have to do some load-bearing exercises, some dumbbells, your own body weight, and do something every day. So what happened is I'd slacked off. My mood tanked. Things weren't going well. We've got some challenges at work with staffing, and so I had to step out of role. I'm a supervisor, but I had to step out of role and go give an exam. And so then I had a bunch of carrying a big exam box and stuff. And Monday and Tuesday, I noticed what looked like blood in my urine. And then I was having some lower back pain. And that worried me some, but Tuesday it didn't worry me enough, and then Wednesday the pain was a little worse, but looked like the blood was clearing up a little bit, and so I stuck around Wednesday at work to do a tour, and then I went to urgent care. I was messaging with my doctor before I did the tour thing at work, and they said, yeah, you need to go get a UA, so urine analysis, and check for an infection. And so once I thought through it, I'm like, yeah, I hope it's an infection. I hope that's all it is. And it turns out, so I went to the urgent care, I did the UA, it wasn't an infection, which is more worrisome. So I asked her to check my PSA. Because maybe this pain I'm feeling, and that's what I hate about this, is every single pain I'm now suspicious of. I'm like, could it be? Could my cancer be on the move again? It's already in my L1. This pain is right on either side of the L1. Maybe it went to my pelvic bone. So I worry about that, and that's frustrating. So anyway, they checked my PSA. My PSA came back less than 0.1. So it wasn't the super fine, super accurate test. It's the general test that they do. So they consider undetectable less than 0.1. So my PSA is good. So it's probably not the cancer on the move. But it is amazing how worried I get about everything now. Or things I used to just brush off. But that's what in these early videos, I tell you, hey, don't ignore your symptoms. So this is me not ignoring my symptoms. I'm going to the doctor. I'm asking questions. I'm getting looked at. I said, well, what about the pain? And they said, well, you got... we could do scans. I said, let's do scans. Let's do some MRI. So we're going to do some MRI scans. We're not going to do an ultrasound. I'm not having any other kidney stone pain. And with the infection, they kind of knew it wasn't an infection. I wasn't having a fever. I wasn't having nausea. So it was just discolored urine and pain in my kidneys, which means it might be a kidney issue. When I first went in through my diagnosis, or to start this whole diagnosis thing, so about a year ago when I went into the doctor and did my labs, my kidneys were not at 100% or 90%, not even 80%. I don't have my phone on me, but I could look it up. As I recall, I think they were 68%, something like that, just under 70. So there was an issue with my kidneys, but that recovered. Eating better helped, and so it could just be my kidneys taking a dip for whatever reason again. And so I'll watch for that. But I'm not ignoring my symptoms. I'm getting looked at, and that's important to remember to do. In this treatment, when they say, hey, we'll check your PSA in 3 months, and you're not going to get scans for 6 months. If you look at their, I forget the acronym, NT, whatever the code is for the tests, when the flow chart they use, it says if you have 1 to 4 Mets and, whatever, if you're stage 4, 1 to 4 Mets, then this is the recommended treatment. And there's a timeline with that. Well, in there it says you can do stuff earlier based on symptoms. So you don't have to wait to get your PSA checked. You don't have to wait to get scans. So remember not to sit around and just wait for the next test. Don't let the doctors run your treatment plan. You are running your treatment plan based on your symptoms. I guess that's the message of this lengthy babbling video. You're running the timeline. And so you bringing up issues gets things to happen, because they're assuming that you are sitting at home waiting on your next test for 3 months. And if you haven't contacted them, then everything's good. And if everything's not good, they rely on you contacting them, because they don't have the time and resources to reach out to every single one of their patients, every week, every day, and just check. They don't do check-ins like that. That's why there are things like cancer advocates, the people that are assigned to you to ensure you're getting the treatment and care you need. But my experience with that is I got 1 phone call early on, and that was it. And so I don't know what the effectiveness of that is. And I don't know if it's the same everywhere. It's probably depends on the advocate, the person. Yeah. Anyway. So I'm fine. I did do labs on Friday, so I've got my regular annual with my primary care, my primary care physician. I've got my normal annual physical coming up this Friday, and so I went and just a few days ago, did labs, a full workup. So if there's anything on there, we're going to talk about it on Friday. So my labs should come in tomorrow or the next day. I'll be able to take a look at them. Hopefully my kidneys are good. Hopefully this was just, maybe it was some crystallization. When that hydrogel dissolves, it goes into your body, right? And it can get absorbed by things. And that glycol-like solution can cause little shards of crystals. And so maybe I had a little dissolving going on and some crystal shards. So much of this we don't know. But yeah, it's tough to stay as upbeat and motivated as I know I've looked in these videos. I'm getting there. I'm getting back, and I appreciate your help. I appreciate your support, and I hope you are I really hope you're still getting something out of these. So the message in this is, don't wait on the timeline. Talk to your doctor about your symptoms, call them. And then don't wait for them to call you. And they say, hey, the doctor, whatever's going to call you and schedule a scan. No, they're not going to call. You have to call. So bug them. It's the whole squeaky wheel thing when you got cancer. You get taken care of when you're squeaky about it. When you're the one driving the timeline. All right. So find a hobby, get a hobby. Even if it's tough, even if you're like, I'm not into this 100%. Yeah, that's pretty normal. If you're on hormone treatment and you're on something like Zytiga and Lupron, one of them is blocking the use of testosterone by your body, and the other one is blocking your pituitary gland from sending signals. Well, that has bigger effects on your emotions overall. You're a lot more likely to be depressed than happy. You're a lot more likely to get angry than excited. And that is a natural side effect of the symptom or of the treatment. And it takes a conscious, active effort to fight that. But fight it. All right. I'll quit babbling. Love you all.